Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no stay on the bulldozer under Yogi Adityanath. Debating that big development, ladies and gentlemen, this is what has happened in the Supreme Court today. There is absolutely no stay on the use of bulldozers. All the Uttar Pradesh government has to do is that they have to file an affidavit before the Supreme Court. Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
They said bulldozers are being misused.
अगर बुलडोजर जो हाल के दिनों में बड़ी चर्चा का विषय, अगर वो प्रतीक हो गया है कि यही न्याय करेगा, तो हमें न्यायालयों की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। ये बुलडोजर असल में आप मकान पे नहीं चला रहे हैं, आप रवायतों पे, संवैधानिक मूल्यों पे, रूल ऑफ लॉ पे बुलडोजर चला रहे हैं।
They communalized it. They said it was all unlawful.
योगी आदित्यनाथ एक अलग ही दुनिया में रहते हैं, उन्होंने एक अलग ही दुनिया बना रखी है। उस दुनिया के अंदर ना कोर्ट है, ना कानून है, ना वकील है, ना प्रशासन है, सिर्फ योगी आदित्यनाथ हैं और वो अपनी अलग दुनिया के अंदर जो है अपना एक एजेंडा चला रहे हैं।
So when on Sunday, bulldozers rolled on key Friday violence-linked accused Javed Ahmed's home over illegal encroachment, chaos took over.
25 मई को ये नोटिस जारी हुआ और अब ये कहा गया है कि 9 तारीख तक हम ध्वस्त कर देंगे। अब 10 तारीख को जो घटना घटे उसके बाद लगातार जावेद की जो भूमिका सामने आई है, उसके बाद आज का नोटिस दिया है 11 बजे। लगभग अब से थोड़ी देर बाद यहाँ पर टीम पहुँचने वाली है, थाने से निकल चुकी है और ध्वस्तीकरण की कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
The fact of the matter was that it was all as per the due process of law.
बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई प्रयागराज डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी के द्वारा कानून को फॉलो करते हुए की जा रही है। 10 तारीख की घटना के संबंध में अब तक 306 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी की जा चुकी है।
And now the two-judge vacation bench of the Supreme Court that considered the application of the Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind gave the UP government 3 days to file an affidavit and parallelly observed that while it cannot stop the bulldozer action, the process of the law must be followed while using the bulldozer to demolish allegedly illegal constructions.
माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने भी मना कर दिया है कि वो नहीं रुकेंगे। मैं इसका स्वागत करता हूँ। सुनियोजित साजिश के तहत सो कॉल्ड मुस्लिम संगठन, सांप्रदायिक संगठन है लोग और ऐसी कई पार्टियां जो मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण करती हैं, उन लोगों का इनकी पीठ पर हाथ था।
The anti-Yogi, anti-bulldozer brigade is in a fix tonight.
आज कानून की सुनवाई हो रही, कानून के अनुसार काम होगा और न्यायपालिका ने जो निर्णय दिया है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने वो विधि सम्मत है, कानून के अनुसार है।
Bulldozers will roll as per the law and all illegal encroachments will face action. Let's debate.
Supreme Court has put no stay. Now that means that the bulldozers' action will continue. Where there are illegalities, they will continue. Right? If the Supreme Court had felt, that there should be a stay, the Supreme Court would have put a stay. But has the Supreme Court put a stay? Has it? Why are you looking shocked? Mr. Rashadi, the Supreme Court has not put a stay. Atik, there is no point looking shocked. You call the bulldozers fascist, right? The Supreme Court has refused to put a stay on these demolitions or the use of bulldozers. Can you say something? Why are you speechless? Why are you speechless? Waris, I can't even hear you. Why are you speechless tonight?
The Supreme Court has told the state government to file the... No, why I am not speechless? I am making my point. The Supreme Court has said that file the affidavit by Tuesday. And the Supreme Court has said the rule of law has to be followed. The constitution has to be followed. It was also argued that section 27 of the Uttar Pradesh Municipality Act should be considered, which says that 15 days notice should be given if you feel that it is an illegal encroachment. And give a chance him to alter. And after 40 days, more time should be given to him. After that, you can take due process of law. So kindly don't misinterpret the Supreme Court's observations and the law. The nation is watching. We all have to wait. See, the nation will run on the Constitution and not on whatever you say on your channel. The Supreme Court is very, very clear, and it was stated by the lawyers that they are using this bulldozer.
You see what the honorable court will decide, but the bench cannot stay the demolition, and the bench is probably going to say, we presume that it should be done as per the law. So the only thing left to prove is that whatever is happening is as per the law. Professor Sangeet Ragi, it's as simple as that.
Why is that?
It's as simple as that.
No, did they follow section 27 of the...
Of course, they will tell the court how they are following the law.
He was home. The house belonged to his mother.
Arnab, the Supreme Court will not say that it should be demolished illegally without following the rule of the law.
From the Yogi government. It's a outlaw person.
The point is that even the Supreme Court has realized that the demolition is needed in case of
illegalities.
In order to protect the life of individuals against the protesters, the violent protesters. This is what probably the Supreme Court has realized. That there is illegal protest, there is a violent protest in Uttar Pradesh, and therefore it is very much justified. And remember, it is against those who have illegally constructed their buildings. Doesn't matter who is, it has nothing to do with the community. It has nothing to do with the religious community A or B. एक तो कहा जाता है ना चोरी भी और सिनाजोरी भी. You perpetrate violence on innocent citizens. You destroy the public property, and at the same time you want that.
They have asked the state government to file an affidavit and say, why did you build the homes?
Supreme Court,
When officers have said that.
Sir, look at the pattern. The moment prima facie, if the Supreme Court comes to know, if the Supreme Court realizes prima facie that it is illegal, no, it should have gone. It should have stopped. We have seen in past. Look at what had happened in case of Delhi. In case of Delhi, the Supreme Court directly stated that no, it should be stopped.
Waris, what happens is that. Waris, just 1 minute. What happens is that, as per the law, and this is so, there has been such meticulous application of the law, Tushar and Karthik in this case. Karthik is spokesperson of the Nirmohi Akhada and Tushar Gupta is a journalist, and we have Rashmi Samant as well. There has been such meticulous application of the law, and that's why everybody is looking a little worried today, because it's very easy to put out this very illiterate view that there is a violation of the law. There is a UP Gangsters Act, Tushar, which allows the attaching and demolition of properties thereof. There is a Gangsters Act, and the Uttar Pradesh government is following the law, and the UP Gangsters Act allows the appropriate authority to attach properties of gangsters who are booked under the law. So if you are booked under the Gangsters Act, your property is gone too.
There is a huge difference in between attachment and demolition of the property. Arnab, you need to learn the law. You need to understand the law, and then you need to interpret the law correctly. There is a huge difference in between.
Okay, let him complete. Karthik, just wait a minute. Let him complete. Yeah. Rashadi.
There is a huge difference in between the attachment of the property and the demolition of the property.
Correct.
The Supreme Court clearly said that everything would happen, everything would take place in accordance as per the law.
Yeah,
if the government
absolutely.
did the demolition as per the law, why
you need to. Mr. Rashadi, if my question is. My question is, allow me, just 1 minute, Mr. Rashadi, Mr. Rashadi, 1 minute, please, don't get excited.
Let me quote the Supreme Court, just let me quote. The Supreme Court says, we also keep seeing, mark the words, we also keep seeing, we are also part of the society, we also see what's happening. Sometimes we have also formed some impressions in someone's case of grievance. If this court doesn't come to rescue, it's not proper. If this court doesn't come to rescue of whom? It's not proper.
Yeah.
You need to understand these points.
Yes.
So please don't.
I have understood the
don't start
point.
celebrating as a
I have
victory.
understood the point. I've understood
Just
the point.
be patient.
Allow me, Mr. Rashadi.
Don't be
Now
so
I'll have to
sidelined.
intervene so that others can come in. Thank you so much. You see, I've understood the point. I'll go to Karthik and then Tushar. I'll go to Karthik and then Tushar. I think which one of you would like to respond first? Karthik? Yeah, Karthik.
Arnab, look at.
Let's go. Okay, go ahead, Tushar. Go ahead.
Okay, Arnab, look at these people now. Suddenly remember every act of every law under the sky. Where was this recalling of the law when they were protesting on the ground? Where was this recalling on the ground when they were burning public property, arsoning, calling for the rape and beheading of an individual? Where was this whole understanding of the law? Arnab, I'll tell you what has happened. Sir, I did not interrupt you. Sir, I did not. Why are you rattled? Why are you rattled? Why are you rattled? Arnab, you see this rattledness. You see the rattling.
Let him reply, please. Mr. Rashadi, I'll have to take you off for a minute if you're not letting him. Thank you very much, please.
You see this rattling. You see this rattling. This is the response the state has given to the arsonists and writers. And the state should double down on this crackdown. Because unless you do not deter the writers, they'll come out every week. They'll create ruckus on the ground and they'll get away and then cite the law. Look at the hypocrisy. The Supreme Court has upheld the decision of the UP government. The Supreme Court has upheld the decision of the UP government to demolish the property of the gangsters. That is all that matters. They can cite any law, they can cite any act, but the truth today is the UP government can go ahead with the demolitions. There is nothing illegal about it.
Now there is always a section. The other point is Waris is responding. Waris, just wait a minute.
Now one question.
Waris, just a minute. You see, there is always...
Just now he said that the house of the gangsters should be demolished. I am asking him a simple question. Was Afrin Fatima's mother, Parveen Fatima, on whose name the house stood, was she a gangster?
Sir, what was found in the house of Afrin Fatima? Tell the audience.
So don't
what
make your
was found in
vague
her
and
house?
false accusation.
What were weapons doing in her house? What was ammunition doing in Afrin Fatima's house? No, what was ammunition doing in Afrin Fatima's house?
Then what was Yogi government doing for the last 7 years? Why did Yogi...
Oh, so you'll keep the weapons in the house also and you'll question the government also? Wow.
Collected money.
What were weapons doing in Afrin Fatima's house? Answer this question.
I did read the law. What is the
What were weapons doing in Afrin Fatima's house? What were weapons doing in Afrin Fatima's house? Answer. What were weapons doing in Afrin Fatima's house? What were weapons doing in Afrin Fatima's house?
What were weapons found in her house?
Answer
the question, Waris. Answer the question.
Answer
the question, Waris. Right now, answer the question.
Don't know anything. Arnab, he does not do anything.
No, answer the question. Instead of making a personal remark, answer the question. Were weapons found in her house? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Weapons were found. What was the
yes
media
or no?
doing? The media was videoing.
Yes or no? Simple question.
Found. Why she was not arrested? No, false. False accusation. If weapons were found, it was videographed. They should have been arrested immediately. But why no arrest was made?
Has not the Prayagraj police said that weapons were found in her house?
Of some rebellion and all, I can show you the banner. And that banner was earlier tweeted by Devendra Fadnavis' wife, Amruta Fadnavis. Will you arrest her as well? Will you arrest her, Amruta Fadnavis? She also tweeted the same thing which was written on that banner. Like on rebellion something, because I am not... So will you arrest her?
Tell me what kind of peaceful protester...
guns or something was...
Tell me what kind of peaceful protester burns down public property. Tell me what kind of peaceful protester burns down public property.
Viewers, there is a... For example, 1 minute. What is 1 minute? I'd like to get in... I'd like to get in Karthik into the debate, Rashmi into the debate. Now, I just want to say one thing to you. You will always burn your hands because there is one section which always burns their hands in trying to get very woke in berating the due process of law. They don't believe in the due process of law. What is happening every Friday is not the due process of law. Riots and anarchy are not the due process of law. And the Supreme Court has given one tight slap to this lobby and the opposition on the Shaheen Bagh protest as well. Did you follow the Supreme Court instructions on the Shaheen Bagh protest? Tell me if you did. Did you follow the Supreme Court instructions on the Shaheen Bagh protest? I'm asking you tonight, Waris.
Was it a
No, for them it's all convenience. It's all a big convenience.
Was it a Friday today?
It's a matter of convenience.
Was it a Friday today?
It's not a question of a Friday or not. There is a law. There is a law of the land. You can't play with words of the Supreme Court. The Honorable Supreme Court also very clearly said in the case of Gyanvapi that they sealed the area where the shivling was found. They sealed the area till further notice. Supreme Court will always look at the process of law. You have to let the Supreme Court understand the situation. UP government has been asked to file an affidavit. Supreme Court has said demolitions will continue as per the law. UP government will submit how it has followed the law. There are criminal acts that have been committed by the rioters. Don't mix up the criminal acts of the rioters with the act of demolition by the Supreme Court. They are two separate issues. That prosecution will take place. Nobody in this country is allowed to destroy public property, attack public keepers of the law or common innocent people. What answer will you give to somebody whose head is smashed with a stone or a policeman who's completely disabled because of these rioters for no rhyme or reason? There is a process of law. Follow the law. You have the right to demonstrate peacefully. You have no right to throw stones in this country. No, listen, let me speak, Mr. Rashidi. Let me speak. Let me finish speaking. I kept quiet.
Please complete. Stone let Mr. Karthik complete. Please switch off. No, not Mr. Shadi now, please.
Stones are not sponges. This is not Palestine.
Louder, please, Karthik.
You have tried to create an intifada. Intifada sort of demonstration in this country is absolutely wrong. You bring shame upon your own people by behaving like this. And then you break the law. And when the law comes down on you, you expect everyone to stand by you. There are two separate cases. Demolition will be as per process of law. UP government has to submit affidavit as to how it is following the law. Supreme Court will decide that issue. But you tell me whether it is okay to throw stones, whether it is okay to threaten beheadings, whether it is okay to threaten bodily harm to anybody. Absolutely not. Go ahead, Mr. Rahman.
No. Just one point before you come in, Mr. Rahmani. I think taking off from exactly what Karthik said out there. You see, the law has to be applicable. It has to be established. And in the case of where you use the bulldozer, you have to establish that you're dealing with an illegality, an illegal construction, right? Or is this an appropriate law that allows you? Then you have to give some notices. But then after that, nobody can stop the executive from carrying out its actions to enforce the law. And it is only the executive that can do that. And in any case, I'm surprised right now, Rashmi, that suddenly people are swearing by the law. You know, the Supreme Court busted the myth of education being denied, which they tried to do in the case of the hijab case, where the Supreme Court said examinations have nothing to do with the hijab, do not sensationalize these things. The Supreme Court refused to, allow me to complete, refused to intervene in the Shaheen Bagh demolition. You tried to politicize the Jahangirpuri demolition. The Supreme Court flatly refused to entertain the plea, saying it cannot, by law it cannot interfere with the anti-encroachment drive. This is the law. Supreme Court is not at your bidding. If the state government wants to implement the law, the Supreme Court won't come and say, we'll do what the state government does. They won't. So please understand, even in the LIC IPO process, they had their disruptive agenda. They wanted to stop the LIC IPO offering. Right? Everything you've gone to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court pulled up the farm law protesters. You forgot that? What the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court said, now you're looking down. The Supreme Court said, on the one hand, you've been strangulating the entire city, strangulating the city, strangulating the highways, blocking the highways. Now you want to enter the city and protest here? This is what the Supreme Court said. So the Supreme Court has seen through this. Seen through this, and that's my point. Rashmi.
Well, I feel that stone pelting is a form of organized crime, and that is what needs to be addressed. Even the Supreme Court sees through the sort of anarchy that has befallen this country in the form of organized crime, stone pelting, which happens on a particular day. And stones are already they're being rolled out on carts, and it happens on a particular time when a mob descends, and then public property is destroyed. upstanding citizens who pay taxes, who's answerable to them? The government is. And I'm very glad that finally we see the rule of land, we see the rule of law where an action is taken. Otherwise, you would just be stuck in courts for decades altogether. Justice delayed is justice denied. And finally, that is not happening. And finally, we see justice happening in real time. And I'm really happy that this is the stage that we're at. And this is the only way to deal with organized crime that we're grappling with as a nation today.
And it's for the...
I'm scared. Every Friday, come Friday, I'm scared. Where are we going to see news from now? Is it going to be my neighborhood next? So that's what's happening. That's how terrifying it is to live in communities where organized crime is operating at such a deep level. And, mobs descend like this. And I'm really glad that, that the courts
Arnab,
are...
May I come in, Arnab? I want to reply to Rashmi. Arnab, may I reply to Rashmi? Rashmi spoke about Friday. Madam, was today a Friday? Was today a Friday? Today bus.
Are you exulting? Are you exulting at some incidents of violence today? Are you happy? You're celebrating? What is shame on you for celebrating that?
Why you want to...
Shame on you for celebrating violence today.
No, you are going...
Shame on you. Shame on you for talking like this.
I'm saying Muslims. I'm saying organized crime, that we need to tackle with organized crime. You're the one who's saying Muslims. You're the one who's naming a community. You're the one who wants to communalize this issue. I'm not naming a particular community. Why are you trying to make this about one particular community and pin it down upon the majority community as if it's our responsibility to forgive everything that is, that may or may not come from the Muslim community? I'm not blaming the Muslim community. You're making it about the Muslim community and you're justifying the fact that there needs to be no justice because it's a minority community in this country. We are done with these explanations. Tolerance doesn't happen at the expense of,
I'm not justifying
sort of bearing intolerance. Bearing your intolerance, we're done with that. I'm talking about organized crime here, and you refuse to see stone pelting as organized crime.
Was it a Friday today?
This has nothing to do. I'm not even debating that right now.
What date is today?
On a Friday. Today was a Thursday.
I am not communalizing it. You are.
Kindly condemn violence.
You are communalizing it. Waris, please don't. Please don't.
Those who committed crimes.
No, Karthik, it's an obvious attempt. Waris is not happy. 1 minute, Waris. Karthik, Tushar and Karthik are responding right now. Tushar first, Tushar.
What does he mean?
Tushar, louder, Tushar, please.
Arnab, what does he mean by saying today was not Friday? What kind of a statement is that? What does he mean by saying today was not Friday?
Today was Friday. Every Friday such kind of things
happen. Are you telling us that? Are you telling us
Friday this kind of things happen?
Are you telling us we should wait for Friday before raising a voice against organized crime? We should wait for Friday. Should we wait for Friday to raise our voices against organized crime?
Accept the truth.
Should we wait for Friday to raise our voice against organized crime? No one is against a particular community. No, you are the one creating that perception. People like you create a perception. People like you thrive on communal fault lines.
Karthik is on the debate. Karthik wants to make a point. Karthik on the left. Karthik.
The law takes its own
Don't, Mr. Pathan, absolutely, let the rule follow. Let the rule of law follow. No, don't play the victim. Don't play the victim because tomorrow, if you start playing the victim, these people who are writing today will also play the victim.
Law should be equal for all.
Absolutely, Mr. Pathan. Don't worry, the law will come.
Law should be equal for all. This is what I'm saying.
You want to carry on interrupting.
Don't target a particular community for your personal agenda.
We believe in taking action against those who have broken the law, irrespective of which community, Mr. Pathan. Today, people who are burning trains, today, people who were destroying public property will also be caught and prosecuted. This country will not stand for a rule of anarchy. This country wants a just legal system against any criminal. And all people who are threatening beheadings are also criminals. All people who are threatening bodily harm to people are also criminals. In our country, we don't stand for your outdated...
The bulldozer and demolished her home. Why?
I lost the audio.
Did he follow the rule of law?
No blasphemy laws in this country. Do you call out criminal? Do you condemn those who have asked for beheadings? Do you ask for those? Do you condemn those? Condemn them. We follow the rule of law. The rule of law will be followed in this country, not your mob law, whether by one community or any other community. Mob justice is not acceptable. Mob justice is not acceptable at all. The rule of law will follow in this country. constitutional law.
Yes, I say so.
No, none of your people who want blasphemy laws to be executed
I
here.
condemn stone
Absolutely
throwing.
not.
I condemn burning. I condemn all
Please
kinds of
condemn
violence.
those who have called out for beheadings in this country. Please condemn them also. Condemn those. Condemn all those who stand in your holy places and ask for violence against other people. The rule of law will follow against those who have committed hate speeches. But don't use those hate speeches to incite your mobs.
What did you do with them?